Glenn with the Toy Temple, and today we're looking at the SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark V with the Hall of Armor set. And you can see here it illuminates, and we all know that's the Silver Centurion, but we're going to flip it around. And it shows that if you buy all of them, you get a nice Hall of Armor set. But I don't think I want all of them. I just want the Silver Centurion. And he's from Iron Man 2, and I love this armor. I'm really excited to get this thing open. Looks like he comes with his suitcase, kicking action. I'm really excited. I've been putting this one off for a while, and I hope you'll join me. So the box lifts up like so, and I'm just gonna do that. Ooh, look at that. Set that box over there. And look at all of those accessories. Extra hands, the suitcase, and the Hall of Armor piece. And here is Iron Man out of the package. And I love this figure. Looking at it, it's just this perfect marriage of things I love about action figures. And here's why. Because even though it's from Iron Man 2, it's Silver Centurion. Let's get that out of the way right now. I bought this because it looks like my favorite Iron Man armor. I thought this was going to be the usual fare for SH Figuarts. You know, I thought it'd be a little undersized, a little smaller, because I've bought other action figures from that line, and they were a little shorter. They weren't Marvel Legends 6-inch or NECA 7-inch, but this thing, it scales really well. And I know I'm going to do the size comparison a little early, but look at MCU Cap, for example. They scale really well together. And I know Cap is a little taller than Tony, but I think that's how it is in the movies. So don't confuse the two, and you could definitely get away with it. I mean, look, I'm gonna put them back to back. That's pretty dead on. The level of detail on the Mark V is incredible. Out of the package, it caught me off guard. This red chromatic paint that they used, and it might even be die cast, I don't know. It's just, I love it. It's beautiful. I don't know how they were capable of making an armor like this, because I'm used to Marvel Legends, and maybe I've been buying the wrong toys, because this is what I should expect from now on. And I might be placing the bar a little high, but man, they nailed it. And the Mark V, this version looks straight out of the movie Iron Man 2. And I love it. The movie was a bit of a miss. It was before Disney bought Marvel, but this suit is so good. It's incredible. I mean, he only really used it for that one fight against Whiplash, and then he moved on to the Mark 6, Mark 7? I don't know, you tell me. So let's talk about articulation. Or rather, the articulation he doesn't have. Because I've looked over this thing quite a bit, and I would say the only area that I'm really looking for in terms of my taste is he doesn't have an ankle pivot. It doesn't go both ways, it just goes up and down. And that's not bad, it's just with a figure like this and how SH Figuarts is notorious for excellent articulation. It's just weird that they would miss that little bit. The first piece I wanted to talk about was this suitcase. And this suitcase is what houses the Mark V armor. And it scales really well with Marvel Legends Tony Stark, and it feels a little light, you know, it doesn't open up. Ugh, believe me, I've tried. But this, super detailed, I love the red on it, love the silver, it's amazing. Next up, we've got these little blaster effects. And these are the baby blasters because they fit onto these hands. They obviously have a peg hole, and these have the peg. And that way you can fire a little baby missile. Or you can grab one of these and fire the big mama missile. Either way, it's excellent. That Tony Stark comes with so many hands. Comes with the blaster hands, one for each hand. He comes with the flight hands, or high five hands. And then he does come with open-handed, no blaster effect hands. That way you can just have him resting. And these guys are for the feet. So if I grab the suit here and I peg hole those into his feet, it looks like he's blasting off, which I really like. And they come out just as easy. Moving all this aside though, what about the Hall of Armor set? And this thing, it's really detailed. They obviously just took their time, you know, sculpting and molding it. But the problem I'm running into is anytime I want to place the suit of armor in here, there's no pegs for those peg holes to sit in. So he's just kind of wobbling around in there. So let's try this with the lights out and these lights on. And here's the Hall of Armor piece that lights up, but unfortunately, once you put Iron Man in, it just doesn't have as much light as I would like. You can see here, it just needs to be a little bit brighter. Just right there, or maybe like have one at the top here facing his mask, but he just looks a little dark. Couldn't tell by the review, I really like this figure a lot. I like the case that it comes with. I'm not planning on buying the remaining 6, because out of the 7, I think this one's my favorite. And like I said, the figure, it's got so much articulation. The detail is just absolutely incredible. It scales with my Marvel Legends collection so well. I want to give the figure an absolute 5. I wish I could have just bought the figure by itself. And I'm not going to say unfortunately, because I really like this. I just wish that there was more light coming down out of the top. So if I had to give it a score, I would say a 4.75 out of 5. I can't find too much wrong with it. It surprised me out of the box with the size. The accessories are abundant and quite frankly, a great deal. I can't suggest it enough. It's incredible. I love it. The silver and red, oh, it's just so good looking. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Hit like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you thought of Iron Man 2. I bet you thought it stunk, because it did. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter @TheToyTemple. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.